Hey there. So, not so long time ago. Okay, today there will be no pen reviews. I'm sorry. Today I will tell you a story of a planet. So, not a long time ago, in a planet called Earth, which was inhabited by trillions of people. But suddenly those people went berserk, as in berserk, berserk, mad, completely mad, crazy, like Joker toxin, as in Batman and Joker toxin crazy, to get their hands on a certain something. Now, what could the certain something be? That certain something is a pocket fountain pen by JINHAO. These are the pen. JINHAO 82. Ha ha ha. Jokes on you. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be reviewing these JINHAO 82 fountain pens. As you can see, I have two of them. The black one was a gift from my beloved wife, and the light green or the avocado green, don't know, many seller uses many different color name for this green color one. I have bought this green color myself. So actually these JINHAO 82 fountain pens are, according to many fountain pen enthusiasts, are a copy or a clone, but I prefer to call them as an homage to a branded fountain pen from Japan, that is Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Many people don't like to use these clones or copies of those famous fountain pens, but I don't mind at all, because first of all, I'm a fountain pen enthusiast, as you all know. I love my fountain pens. I only write with fountain pens, and the purpose of a fountain pen is to write consistently. So even if it's a copy or a clone or an homage to some brand or some pen, if that pen, that Chinese copy or clone pen, writes perfectly, it makes me comfortable in my hands while I'm writing with those fountain pens, then I don't mind if it's a clone or a copy or an homage. Today what I will do, I will cover the parts of this fountain pen. I will do a writing sample with both of these fountain pen, because I have to show you something in both of these fountain pen. And lastly, I will tell you what I like and what I don't like about these fountain pens. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Here we are for some measurements of JINHAO 82 with Pilot Metropolitan and Parker Frontier, which proves it's definitely a pocket fountain pen. Now I will show you the parts of this fountain pen on this black fountain pen, because in this lighting this green one is coming out as a white fountain pen, But I will show you both the writing sample with both of these fountain pens. So for now, let's keep this one aside. Now let me zoom out a little bit. Now the cap finial is simple black, as well as the barrel end finial, ever so slightly taper dome shape. Not even that much that you can notice in the camera, but I can slightly feel it with my fingers only. The cap finial has screws that comes out. This is a brass screw, and this metal clip does not. It looks like it will come out. Just for a moment. It looks like it might come out, but it won't come out of the screw. So it's been placed there tightly. And let me warn you something. If you are going to mix and match the colors of JINHAO 82 with if you have multiple JINHAO 82s in different kind of colors, and if you want to mix and match all with different colors, then I will suggest you to tighten up this cap finial, because just for safety reason it won't come out of its own easily, but for safety reason you just tighten it out just a bit more. Now the clip, simple clip with a dimple on this at the beginning of this clip. It kind of look like a shield shaped dimple over here. The clip is quite good, quite springy, not heavily tight, not too tight, not too loose. You can easily slip it in any jeans pocket or shirt pocket. But in jeans, if you want to put it in your jeans pocket, then you might have to open the nib, open the clip out with your nail a little bit, so as to go, so as the clip might go in easily on your jeans pocket. Now at the cap band there is a band, chrome band, says JINHAO. Let me, if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Now a chrome band which says JINHAO, and the back of the band there is nothing engraved. Now the barrel tapers down ever so slightly into a metal band over here, and the barrel end finial. In some pens you might find that the barrel end finial might come off, as these are friction fitted very tightly, and for that reason you can mix and match with different colors of JINHAO 82s. And this metal band is not placed in a way that it has completely went into the barrel. What they did is that they have created a groove at the end of this band, at the end of this barrel, and they just friction fitted or glued in the ring and the finial barrel finial end together tightly. Then the cap unscrews in 1 and 2 rotations, and inside of the cap, if I can show you over there, that's white colored. If you can see on the side of the cap, there is a white cap liner whose purpose is to prevent the nibs from drying out. And in both my pens, those cap liners work perfectly, because none of the pen has ever dried out on me. These two pens are for first time writer every time. And at the end of the cap, as you can see, there's a small brass nut. If my camera can focus, whatever. And the pen posts, the cap posts and posts decently, and it provides and gives a well balanced fountain pen overall. It does not backweight the fountain pen or anything. even unposted in my gorilla hands, as I have shown you in my previous videos, and even unposted also, this pen is quite comfortable for me to write with, even for longer writing sessions, both with posted and unposted. I generally, as you know, I generally use my fountain pens unposted. So yeah, it's quite a decent size fountain pen. Let me zoom out. Yeah. Now the nib. The nib is JINHAO stainless steel fine nib. Over here, if you can see, one thing is that in this pens you can also get gold hardwares also, like gold trims. All these chrome hardwares will come in gold also. If you search, you can find that in many stores, or many online retailers are over there. Offline retailers are also there. Anyways, so the nib is JINHAO stainless steel fine nib. Focus, come on. Yeah. There's some scroll work on the both edges of the nib. Breather hole is punched out. Breather hole is punched out, and JINHAO is written on the nib. And another interesting thing is that over here it is written 18 kgp. Why is that? Because what JINHAO does is they have a machine for manufacturing these nibs, and in that machine they have a die which already has 18 kgp engraved, to be engraved on the nibs. These are actually not gold nibs, these are actually stainless steel nibs. Even in dual tone nibs also, like the shoulders will be chrome, and in the middle portion where it is written JINHAO 18 kgp, there will be gold, or vice versa. Like the outer both the edges of the nib will be gold, and inner this nib will be chrome. Whatever it may be, it might come written as 18 kgp, but don't believe that, because these are only stainless steel nibs. Anyways, black plastic feet from JINHAO. And this pen also is very easy for maintenance and cleaning purpose. I've shown you the disassembly of JINHAO 992. Same goes for this pen also. You can watch that video on how to disassemble your JINHAO 992 for cleaning and maintenances. I will put a link on the description of that video. You can go check it out if you want to clean and maintenance this fountain pen. Now this section is okay in my hand. It's quite comfortable. Slightly tapers down with a flare out at the end of this section, as you can see. Today the focus is going nuts. Yeah. Now a metal band in between this section and the barrel threads, and these threads are pretty rounded off. They are not sharp at all. Even if anyone is a high poster, high gripper like this, they need to post their fountain pens to be able to get the perfect balance while writing with this fountain pen. But you won't feel the threads on this barrel because they are rounded up pretty much well. There are no sharp bits are there. Even if you like grip it tightly on these threads, you won't feel like the threads are digging into the skin of your fingers. Now the barrel unscrews to reveal, yes, this is the unfortunate part of this fountain pen. This is a completely plastic barrel with no holes at the end, and this metal ring, as I've told you, does not protrude inside because they have created a groove at the outside of this barrel and just fitted the metal ring with glue, or maybe it was friction fitted. So this metal ring is not inside of this fountain pen, so you might think that it can be a perfect pen for eyedropper, but I must tell you, I hate to disappoint you, but it's not, because this section is metal. And if you think that you can eyedropper this fountain pen, then it will be a problem, because many inks might react to this metal and the ink may go bad. It may hamper your ink flow. It may dry start. It may skip. So you can't eyedropper this fountain pen, as though there is a ring O-ring over here. This O-ring is just to prevent the barrel cracks when tightening the barrel onto the threads from over tightening. Now, as most of the JINHAO pens I have shown you, JINHAO provides their standard international size cartridges with it. So if you want, you can directly fill up your pen with your favorite ink, and you can immediately start writing with this fountain pen. As you can see, I have almost written it dry. A little bit of left, little less than half a converter of ink is left. Now this over here at the turning knob of this converter over here is JINHAO is engraved. And again, these converters, as I've told you in my previous video of disassembly of JINHAO 992, that many of these converters can be disassembled with your bare hand, or you might need the help of those rubber grippers. Just before doing any cleaning or maintenances of these fountain pens, I will suggest you to watch that video. Then you can go for the maintenance and cleaning purposes. Now screw in the barrel, and over here on the when the O-ring starts, you will feel a slight pressure on this barrel and threads, and there you go, it's completely shut off. It's not like that. If you lose, or if this O-ring comes apart after say 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, it will definitely come apart. It will become harder and it will snap. It's not like that. After that, your pen barrel will come undone by itself. Sorry, I have almost flung the pen out of my hand. Those are some days. As I was saying, that the barrel won't come undone by itself if you lose the O-ring anyhow. So now let's come to the favorite part, writing sample. Let me zoom out. Now, as I have told you, I will do a writing sample with both my fountain pens. I will show you why. First, let me start with this black one, and let's see. This is JINHAO. Fountain pen. And the ink is Shulekha, Shwadhin. Both the pens have same ink, so that it will be a fair comparison, and it will be much convenient for me to show you the difference. Now let's do some writing. lossy. Sorry, it will be lazy, not lossy. Now some fast writing. As you can see, not an issue. Now let me show you something with this avocado or light green fountain pen. Over here, if you can see, if I can show you properly, today the focus is going nuts in this fountain, in my camera. If only it will focus. Come on, focus. What is wrong with the camera today? Yeah, over here, as you can see, there's F written underneath of JINHAO branding, and F is for fine. So what happens is that, now see for yourself, both the pens are fine. Now look at this writing sample. See the difference? Both the fountain pens have fine nibs, yet the black one writes more of a medium, and this one is an exact fine writing. So these are the inconsistencies of this JINHAO Chinese JINHAO fountain pens. I like it as my own preference. I will say I like all this, because I will tell you in the later part of the video, in my likes and dislikes, why I like this inconsistency. Today I'm going nuts, like Joker talking crazy. Anyway, now wetness. As you can see, this one is a gusher, just the way I like my fountain pen nibs to write. It will throw ink like crazy, and this one is much more smoother than this one because of the nib tipping. If you can see, don't know if I can show you because today my camera focus is haywire. This nib, because let me tell you, the nib tipping on this nib is much bigger than this one, because even if it says fine, but it writes more like a medium. So, and the nib and the tine slits and the nib slits in between the tines are perfect for ink flow, not too much splayed like this. The nib tines are generally made by cutting the steel in with a saw in between of the nib, and then adding a nib tipping, the shoulder and nib tipping on the nib. So what happens is that sometimes the nib tip, the tines will be tight like this, tight shut like this. So what you need to do is, or if you, I will suggest you not to do it until you know what you're doing with your nib. If you are comfortable enough, if you are confident enough, then only you do it. I will in later someday I will post a video on how to fine tune or maintenance your nib, fountain pen nibs. What happens is that the gap in between the tines are just perfect, not too tight, not too splayed. Splayed means two tines will be completely apart from each other, and too tight means they will be tight as shut. So what I can say, the perfect gap will be, this will be an exaggeration of the gap, but like you can see a thin light is passing in between the tines, that will be the perfect gap for the nib to throw this much of ink. So this one is a gusher of an ink, and Shulekha ink, as I've told you in my previous video, is a wet ink. So in few of my fountain pens it gushes out from the nib. And now let me show you this one. This one also have Shulekha Swat in black. Now look at the wetness of this pen. As you can see, not that much of a gusher. So this pen I usually carry this pen as an EDC. I throw it in my pocket, in my backpack, in my pen case, in my shirt pocket, because of this and fine nib. It is perfect to write on any kind of cheap papers, or as well as fountain pen friendly papers, because it does not gushes out that much of ink. Now let's continue with this black one. Now some line variation. These are stainless steel nibs, so you can't push out, you can press harder, because the nib might slide, as I've told you, might get slid. But you can get a bit of a line variation out of these nibs. Now as you can see, a little bit of line variation can be had. Now some reverse writing. Much smoother. Not as much as the right side up, but upside, but reverse writing is much smoother. Just a little bit of scratchiness from left to right. Right to left is very smooth. From down to top, a little bit less than the from left to right scratchy, and from top to down much smoother. And the ink and the nib will continue to throw ink as long as you want to write with it. It won't dry out. The feed will continue to provide you ink on your fountain pen nib even when upside down. So that's pretty much it for today with both my JINHAO 982 fountain pens writing sample. The next part will be where I will cover my likes and dislikes of these fountain pens. So let's go over there. Alright, JINHAO 82 fountain pens. So there are more things to like in my experience than to dislike. First is, these are very cheap and inexpensive fountain pens. As I have told you that this one is a gift from my beloved wife, and I bought this one myself. I bought this from Pen Hospital at Esplanade at around 400 rupees, but you can find these fountain pens in any online shopping sites like Amazon, Flipkart, Amazon.in, obviously, Flipkart, Makoba, Scoobu, HelloAugust, and many more sites are there. I will put the link in the description below of those sites from where you can buy your favorite color. The price range is between 400 to 600. That is 3 to 5 US dollars. And as I've told you that these are for many people, these are clones or copy of Sailor Pro Gear Slim, but I will say that these are the homage to those fountain pens, and those fountain pens are too much costly. Sailor Pro Gear Slim, those pens are priced at around 1400 to 14,000 to 17,000. that is 170 to 205 US dollars. So too much expensive for many people to afford those fountain pens. So if Jinhao is copying those designs into a cheap and inexpensive fountain pens, that you can try it out before you can buy those fountain pens, and which will cost you a lot. Then after buying that, you uh, feel that expensive fountain pen is not what you want. Those are not comfortable in your hand. Obviously those comes in gold nibs, actual gold nibs, and these are Chinese stainless steel Jinhao nibs. So right, in a writing experience, those are much more uh, what can I say, I've lost my words, much more comfortable in writing with gold nibs. But there's a debate that if a gold nib is better than a steel nib, or titanium nibs are also available. I am not going into those debates. I'm just saying that before investing or on those expensive fountain pens like Sailor, Progria, Slim, you should try out these fountain pens for your in-hand feel. You won't get the writing experience on these fountain pens, because these are not, as I told you, not gold nibs. So for in-hand experience, you must try this out before buying those fountain pens. Next is that this one is very close to my heart, this black one, because it was a gift from my wife. Last one in December, she got me this fountain pen, and this green, light green or avocado green, many sailors naming, I don't know how they uh, di- distinguish the colors like that. Many sell them or as light green or avocado green, whatever. This is a green. So I bought this fountain pen around 5-6 months back, and since then I have been carrying this fountain pen in my shirt pocket, in my jeans pocket, with my keys and coins, and I like it. These fountain pens are, as you have seen in the measurement size comparison, that these are pocket fountain pens, not your standard size. So you can let me show you. This is my hand, and this is the size of the fountain pen. So these are pocket fountain pens, and you can put it in your backpack. You just throw it in your backpack, or you can carry it in your pen pouches. So it won't be any problem with these fountain pens. Next thing will be, these are knockout fountain pens, they come in like zillions of colors, both in transparent and solid colors, both also in gold and chrome trims, gold and chrome hardwares. So if you want, if you have like 3 or 4 JINHAO 82s, then you can mix and match the colors. Like if I want, I can use a black finial on this green one, or the black green cap on this black one. Like this, you can mix and match. Those are fun to do. I don't generally do that, because when it comes, because you will also get mix and match colors on many websites. uh, you don't have to do it by yourself. So if you want, if you have one solid color like this, then you can mix and match with any other JINHAO 82 colors. Next, the quality of plastics of these fountain pens are really good. For the price point, these you can get one of these fountain pens. The quality of these plastics are very good, because as I've told you that I carry this one in my uh, jeans pocket with keys and coins and other stuffs, and not a single scratch is there on this one. Don't know, today my camera is going haywire when it comes to focus. As if you can see that there is not a single scratch mark on this fountain pen, not a single one, even on the section also. So even I've dropped this one few times from waist height on the floor. One time it even bounced off the wall of and then fell on the ground, and not a single crack and not a single break, not a scuff, anything. So, and even if you break one, then you can obviously buy another one, as these are so much cheap and inexpensive. Next will be that, as these are pocket fountain pens, many like to use their fountain pens posted. So after posting, it becomes a decent size, normal size fountain pen, and it becomes much more comfortable while posting. And for longer writing sessions also, you won't feel any hand cramps or finger cramps or anything, because though the cap does not weigh that much and it does not back weight the fountain pen while posted, so you can do longer writing sessions. I have done longer writing sessions with this one, like 15 to 20 pages I have constantly written with this fountain pen, this fine nib one, and not a single time I have felt that I have hand cramps or finger cramps or anything like that. Though I have written with this both posted and unposted, just for the to see what happens, and even posted also I didn't feel anything at all. And then, as I've shown you in the writing sample, that both these pens, even this fine one in this green one is a fine nib, both are fine nibs actually, and this one, the black one, writes much more of a medium than fine, and this one exactly like fine. So out of the box, I didn't, not a single JINHAO pen I have in my collection that was a dud, that it didn't wrote in the first time out of the box. Yeah, obviously I know how to fine tune my nibs to my writing preference, like in this black one, as you have seen, that it's a gusher of a fountain pen. Even on with drier inks also, this fountain pen will throw a lot of ink out of the nib. So this inconsistency is what I personally like myself, because I can fine tune the nibs to my writing preferences, to how I like my fountain pens to write on a paper. If sometimes I generally like to write with fountain pens that has a starting of medium nibs to broads and double broads. I don't have double broad, don't have broad also, but I have many medium fountain pens, and I have made some JINHAO medium fountain pens to write more like a broad. So I like, for a change, I like fine nibs also, because the fine nibs are much more preferable to write on cheap copier papers. Those papers are not fountain pen friendly. So for a change, I like this inconsistency. Now both of these pens out of the box wrote perfectly. I didn't have to tune or fine tune any of these nibs. The writing sample what you have seen are exactly what I received out of the box. Yeah, obviously I flush every fountain pens to get a better writing experience, so that I don't get any hard starts or skips while I'm writing. Because sometimes what happens after manufacturing, uh, in the converter or in between the forms of the feet or in between the nib slits, some residue might be there, which are not cleaned out, which might hamper your writing experiences. So it's preferable. I will suggest what I do, and many fountain pen reviewers do, that they, after receiving a new fountain pen, they flush their fountain pens in soapy water, like in get a container of clean water and add a few drop of dishwashing liquid, not much, just to make the water a little bit soapy. So, and just keep your section inside of that water, the nib and the feet. And if you can disassemble the converter, then the converter piston and the converter barrel, not the piston knob. uh, I will suggest to do that with every new fountain pens that you are buying or receiving before inking it up. So yeah, so the nibs are too much smooth. Like, this one is just the smoothest of these two, not like hot knife on a butter smooth, but smooth. And this one has a little bit of feedback, as the nib tipping is much more smaller. uh, and next will be the clips are pretty much good enough to be used, as you can see. So I carry this fountain pen in my jeans pocket also, and as you all know that jeans fabrics are a bit thicker. So what I do, I just simply use my nail to pull the clip a little bit out, so as I can clip the fountain pen in my jeans pocket. Or sometimes I just throw it in my jeans pocket and not clip it on the jeans, and not a single scarf is there. So what I'm trying to say is that the clip is much more usable and sturdy. It won't break. If you pull it harder, then you can bend the clip, but other than that, it's much usable. And as I've told you that all the or most Jinhao fountain pens come with their standard international size converter, and these fountain pens are both cartridge and converter fountain pens. So if you have any international size converter cartridges lying around, you can use that also, or you can use the supplied converter immediately to write with your fountain pen. Next, as I have told you that I carry this one in my shirt pocket, or mainly in my jeans pocket, and this one is my EDC fountain pen, that is everyday carry fountain pen. I even if I lost this one or if I break this one, I can still buy another one. So you can use this for your daily writer, for long writing sessions and whatnot. Good. And these fountain pens are also good for beginners and students, those who are thinking of coming into this fountain pen collection rabbit hole. They are welcome, and I will suggest these fountain pens to be your first fountain pen. These are this much, both these pens are that much reliable writer and consistent writer to me. So there won't be any problem for beginners or starter fountain pen enthusiasts who wants to have their first fountain pens. And these fountain pens are also very good for a gift to anyone. If you want to bring them into this fountain pen world, this will be a perfect gift for them also. And at the beginning of this video, as I've told you, that these are clones or copy of Sailor Pro Gear Slim, but I prefer to call them as an homage to them. Many don't like those Chinese companies to clone those famous fountain pens and uh, throw them in the market. But as I've told you at the starting of this video, that you can buy those expensive Sailor Pro Gear Slim or whatever expensive fountain pens you want to buy, but if that fountain pen is having a Chinese clone like this one, then I think you should try them out first for the comfortability in your hand. Not, you won't get that writing experience on these fountain pens. As I've told you, those are gold nibs and these are cheap Chinese steel nibs, stainless steel nibs. But the in-hand feel, the in-hand and the writing experience for longer writing sessions, you will get a pretty much idea about what those expensive fountain pens might give you. So I don't mind any Chinese company or any company that are making these fountain pens, because fountain pens are only meant to write, and if those fountain pens write perfectly, then it's completely fine by me. Next will be as you can see that this is a light color, thus the name light green or avocado green. So what I've come to see in this particular color is that it doesn't it does attract dirts. If I can show you on the threads over here, over here, this black something like line, it catches dirt in between those threads, or when you're inking this fountain pen, after every time you're writing it dry and you're inking the fountain pen directly from the ink bottle, you have to dip the fountain pen up to 1/3 of this section into the bottle. What happens after that is that many plastics are so cheap that they get stained with the ink color and they don't come off easily. But in this fountain pen, in this color, at least in this plastic, I didn't find those problems. I can just simply rub it off after inking the fountain pen. I can simply rub it off with my ink cloth, which I use for cleaning my fountain pens after inking, and it disappears completely. As you can see, there are no ink stains at all at this section. And in this thread sections at the barrel will catch some dirt and dust, but you can clean it off easily with a drop of clear water, and you just have to clean it with a clean cloth, or if you have a old toothbrush, just put a drop of water on this section and just rub it off with the toothbrush and it will come clean. And as I've told you that I've dropped this fountain pen a few times, not a single scuffs or cracks or break is there on this fountain pen. And next will be, I'm looking down at my notes. This comes with O-ring, as I've shown you in my previous section. This comes with O-ring, with an O-ring at the thread section threads, which is good because sometimes what happens when you are distracted, our mind is distracted, we or we are in a hurry, we tend to ink it up, and unmindfully we try to tight the barrel into the threads much faster, and without even noticing the barrel might crack. This portion might crack from the threads. So to prevent that, they have given that o-ring so as to prevent these pens from cracking up. Next will be my dislikes about these fountain pens. Now, one thing I dislike about this fountain pen is that, though that part was also in my what I like about these fountain pens, also in my dislikes, because to me, to be able to fine tune the nibs to my writing preferences is much easier for me. It's a matter of seconds or a minute. But for those who don't know how to fine tune their nibs, or don't have any experience in nib grindings or nib tunings, fine tuning their nib fountain pen nibs, that might be a problem. Because if you have few fountain pens and you generally like to write with fine nibs, and suddenly you buy one of these fountain pens and you get a medium nib, then you might not like that nib. Or if you are a person who uses a medium nib and suddenly you get a fine nib, so these inconsistencies are there in these cheap Chinese fountain pens. This thing you have to keep in mind before buying any of these fountain pens. I personally don't mind all those, because for me that's even much better, because I can fine tune my nibs to my writing experiences, as I know how to do that. But if you don't know how to do that, if you don't have that knowledge, you don't have that what can I say, experience, trust on yourself that you can fine tune your nibs, then it might be a problem. So keep in mind. Next will be even another inconsistency in their quality materials, plastic materials, because not every pens are made in one go. They have different machines, they have different molds, they have different plastics to be molded into these fountain pens. So what I'm trying to say is that I have this fountain pen for like 1 month or so, not even, I think not even 1 month. Let's just say I have this fountain pen for 1 month. I have used this fountain pen for 3 to 4 days after receiving the fountain pen. Then I've kept it in my case, inked, to see how much this inner cap liner works as in preventing the nib from drying out, and it works perfectly. But when I was using this fountain pen for 3 to 4 days after receiving it, I have and for consistent amount of times I have capped and uncapped these fountain pens to write with it. I have already got a scratch mark on the section. I don't know, I cannot show you because of this focus problem on my camera, but I have already there is already a scuff mark or a scratch mark at this section from continuous capping and uncapping of this fountain pen. I haven't tried this fountain pen posted, but I think from my experience of these few years of using fountain pens and seeing many fountain pens with many plastic materials that the brand uses. This might get scratch or might get a scuff mark. If you are a consistent poster of your fountain pens, you are posting your fountain pen for a short lighting session, and then you are capping the fountain pen, then you are again uncapping the fountain pen, and you are posting the fountain pen. So over a period of time, scuff marks or scratch marks will be there in this black one I have. I am not saying that every black of the black fountain pen of JINHAO 82 will have that problem, but mine has that problem, so I am pointing it out to you. Keep in mind, it might happen, it might not happen. And next thing is that these pens are not for eyedropper use, as those uh, metal sections, metal threads. Yeah, if you want, this metal ring won't hamper anything if you want to eyedropper, but I will suggest not to do that because of this metal thread on the section. It might come in interaction with the metal, and you might face problems with ink flows, dry out issues, skips, and even it may ruin the metal section, and the pen might come apart. So another thing I've noticed with this fountain pen, this black one, is that the threadings are not up to the mark, because sometimes when I try to cap my fountain pen, it cross threads while capping. Not when I'm uncapping the fountain pen, it's completely fine, but when I'm trying, I've written few words or few lines after writing for a period of time. When I'm trying to cap the fountain pen, the cap cross threads. So there is a quality control issue with this black one. Yet I love this fountain pen, as it was a gift from my beloved wife, and it will always be close to my heart. I will use this one as an EDC, but after after writing it dry, after writing the ink out, after writing it dry with this fountain pen, I will clean this fountain pen and I will keep it in my pen case where I store my fountain pens, and it will be in my collection forever. So that's pretty much it. I hope it was useful for today, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.